We are live. Welcome. Right on time. I'm Christina Sergun Powers. I'm a certified clinical Ayurvedic specialist and formerly a career educator over 20 years. I bring that art of teaching and my wisdom and experience from studying and practicing Ayurveda into my current practice with clients and students. My journey of healing in Ayurveda really began in 2018 when I was diagnosed with diverticulitis and IBS symptoms. And this put me on a deep path of discovering Ayurveda and how I could use that to heal my body. So it dramatically changed my experience, my life, my health, my career plan. And that's what I bring in and infuse into my wisdom is my experience of that. I work currently one-on-one with clients and facilitate group programs. Most of my clients come to me to alleviate or eradicate these symptoms associated with a multitude of conditions, primarily IBS, diverticulitis, celiacs, insomnia related to these symptoms, inflammation and diseases of symptoms that are related to inflammation, weight gain or weight loss, and hormonal imbalances cause conditions. So we're here to talk today. I am so honored to have Sabine. She's a current client of mine. She's going to share her experience working with me one-on-one through deep Ayurvedic cleansing. I'm so grateful that she's here to share this wisdom and experience with my audience who may be thinking about doing an Ayurvedic cleanse and how this can work to alleviate and change their lives. So Sabine, if you can just introduce yourself to my audience.
Well, I'm Sabine Isayan. I'm an integrative health coach, believe it or not, and also a high school teacher. It's interesting that I'm laughing because integrative health coaches, I would think that I know everything, right? I've studied so much on health and well-being and being a whole person, but yet again and again, I need to take care of me too, and I need support. And I'm so grateful that Christina is here to support me and introduce me to even different approaches to healing than what I had studied.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, Sabine has a whole host of wisdom, and I want to go ahead and share if you want to contact Sabine about her expertise with health coaching and nutrition, because she really brings that in. And what's really called for now in this environment we live in is to integrate what we have studied into something and let it evolve into something new, not just like, this is the only one path, but integrate what someone else is bringing to the table. And also, like, the wisdom is physician, heal thyself. And so we are out there working and alleviating conditions for others. And it's very good to have that supportive environment for ourselves to show up in the best way we can for our students and teachers and clients. So Sabine knows that very well. She shows up for her students and clients beautifully. Sabine, can you just, we can just start out if you can share what was the things initially you were experiencing that said, yeah, I'm ready for an Ayurvedic deep seasonal cleanse? And I believe we talked about that we started November last year.
Yes. So the main thing was lack of energy. I was always extremely drained. And all the things I was kind of practicing, all the things I knew to do weren't making a difference. I wasn't sleeping well. And I was also going through perimenopause. And for some reason, I was like, I need support. I need help. I can't see it myself. And I knew a lot about, not a lot, but I had heard of Ayurveda. And so I reached out to you, and it made an incredible difference for me.
Yeah, and well, at that point, we worked together a couple years before that when I was working with the nutritional program, and so we kind of really worked and come in on that layer, that foundation layer. And so you had some experience, and you knew the doshas, and you were kind of seeing where that was affecting, because there was you started a new job. There was a lot of travel involved. There was a lot of movement, a lot of shifts and changes with family dynamic. And those are all indicators of Vata pushing out of balance. Plus, we were in the Vata season. And as you mentioned, in perimenopause, that's what we call the Vata time of life. And so that means a lot of movement, a lot of air, a lot of drying out. And these imbalances that show up in, overwhelm, anxiety, sleep pattern changes, and insomnia, brain fog, all of those things can pop up. So that was kind of circulating in your life. Do you remember those foundational things we talked about with diet and routines, how that may have supported you in this process?
Oh my gosh, absolutely, yes. So really taking care of the sleep, preparing myself to sleep better, was taking care of releasing toxins in my body, first of all. I'm going to jump into, there were so many things. So the bottom massage, like the oil massage, made a huge difference. Initially, changing my diet and scheduling things, how to eat, when to eat, getting present, meditation, all of those things that I implemented made a difference. But what I liked about how we did it is that you slowly implemented things. As we kept meeting, you added new practices that I could practice and then get good at, and then add something else to it.
Yeah. Thank you. And it's that. So you and I worked in a one-on-one. This is going to be my first time working in a group with a deep cleanse. Other practitioners do it, and I feel very confident about doing it and teaching people how to read the signs. When we're reading the signs of what our body and mind are telling us, then we can kind of see where the imbalances are showing up, understanding what those imbalances and how we can bring that back in to alleviate our systems. So you were sharing something with me before we started talking. You're like, I'm feeling this way. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to show up authentically. But I think that's precisely what I want people to understand, is that this isn't like a one-off, like they say. Maybe I'm not even saying a one-off, the one time you do a cleanse and then you're covered forever. The foundation of Ayurveda is knowing the rhythms of the day. We have a Vata, Pitta, Kapha time a day. Twice. We have it in the morning and the night. And we have a Vata, Pitta seasons, Vata, Pitta, Kapha seasons. And then we have the years in our life. And so understanding those routines and those rhythms help us navigate it. And so can you share how you're feeling right now and what your thoughts are?
Oh my gosh, yes. The opportunity to share, because I'm experiencing, like, even in my sharing, I'm usually so much more eloquent, and the words and thoughts come out of me, but they're not today. And I'm like, yeah, that's the brain fog that's set in. And that's why I'm excited to start my cleanse again, right? A lot happened, since my last cleanse. I moved up, renovating the house. I moved into an apartment. It was the end of the school year with, testing and grades and reports, and I'm getting ready to travel. So I'm feeling the toxins in my body, and of course it impacts my thinking and my brain. And I'm actually excited to start this cleanse. Now, here's the cool thing. While I'm experiencing all this, like even waking up this morning was super hard. I know that it's not going to stay like this, because I know that I can shift it. There are amazing tools that I can use and practice and get back to that, just the energy and the vitality and joy of life. So that's the difference between before. I used to feel horrible thinking that's my state of being and it's going to stay like that, versus now it's like, that's okay. It's just a little stage I'm going through, and I'm going to come out of it, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly how Ayurveda works. It understands that we are always in this stage, and to be grateful for every single one, even if it doesn't feel that great, because it is what the inspiration, what provides the inspiration for us to go on to a second level, that we never just stay here. We're always in this growth and evolution of this whole human experience. That's one of the reasons why I love Ayurveda. I love teaching it and sharing it. You,
Yes.
we just have another minute because I wanted this to be nice and short and digestible for people to move on in their day, because I know people are busy, even in the summer, we're very busy. Can you share what was something in the cleanse experience that was new and challenging, but how we worked through it? If you can provide any wisdom in that experience for people who've never been through an Ayurvedic deep cleanse.
Yes, I think maybe the most challenging was to stick to my detox cleanse, the food, right? The kichari that I always say it wrong.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Kichari, there's, we say in the English
So
translation.
there's amazing stew that I make. Even just the process of making that, it just feels good. But then to stick to not eating outside food for, I think I did like 7 days. I think, that was intense. That was the hardest thing, especially the first few days. But the rest was not hard, honestly. Even the deep cleanse where we did the enema and dove into all that. I don't know if you're going to do it with your group. A group.
That we're doing a summer one, which is typically, we call it Varechana, or it's a purging. So it's not doing the basti or enema process, which is typical during the fall season, which is when you did it. So we will be, for right now, the summer one is the Varechana.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, I think it was just sticking with the food, and because I saw amazing results. Like for me, it was incredible to see those toxins leave my body and the energy that I got from it. And it, like, for months, I had incredible energy. That's how I could keep up with my students. So again, it's the end of the year and I'm low energy. I'm like, I can't imagine how I was keeping up with the students. I'm so tired now. I know I can, once I cleanse, I'm going to be back there.
Yeah. And you did beautifully too. And it's all part of what's embedded in the process is our bodies are naturally cleansing every single day. And because we get out of our natural rhythm, then our bodies start to have this build up. And it becomes a little bit more like the wall is huge by the time we get to the seasonal part. But the more we learn, and it takes time, this practice of learning how to shift our practices and shift our routines to make sure that our body's cleansing, doing its natural cleansing every day, and that we're not blocking that up. It's a process, and we find it gets, we'll go through cycles, and I do as well. I was sharing with you, I was having those same feelings, and I have to go, okay, what are the daily practices that I'm skimping on, and I got to go, okay, this is why this one is so important. It's because I'm having such a buildup and feeling this way towards at the seasonal point. Anything else you want to share, Sabine? We're going to go ahead and close out our session.
No, I'm just so grateful for this practice. I love Ayurveda too. I think it's amazing. And what I want to acknowledge you for is you taught me how to fish, and you guided me. You taught me so much. You helped me learn on my own. You provided a lot of materials for me to learn and have access to it whenever I want. I always love working with you. I want to do that. But if I were to do it myself, I've learned so much about the body types and how to be able to understand my body and support it.
Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. I value that so much, because that's really the purpose of what I'm doing. I am teaching you how to do this on your own, so that eventually there will be a moment, a season where you don't need to go through the guidance. It's something that need ushering and guiding people through. But once they get to a certain moment and they have the tools, you're ready. You're good to go. You don't need me anymore. And that's a good feeling. So just to share with the audience, I am promoting my 5-session group cleanse, Ayurvedic cleanse, which starts July 13. It's every Saturday. We will be live in my Zoom room from 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time till noon. All sessions are recorded, so in case you can't make a particular one, although I recommend trying to make as many as you are able to if you enroll in the program. All materials are included in this incredible value. They're valued at $135. You'll get 2 formulas, oils, and supplies for the cleanse. Registration, early registration is going on right now, so that's $535 for all 5 sessions and the supplies. That will be early registration through July 1st, so go ahead and get in now. And if you do register now in that early registration period, you get 30-minute free session with me one-on-one. The regular price is $635. We have a maximum group occupancy of 20. It's going to fill up because I am partnering with a yoga studio who has 3 locations in San Francisco. So they are really the ones who are kind of promoting this, and they have a pretty wide audience that'll be growing. And I want to get it out to my audience. I want to get you in there. Go ahead and send me messages or give me a direct message or respond right here in the chat. Even when this live production ends, it'll say chats are no longer available, but that's not entirely true. You can go ahead and write a comment or a question in the chat box. It will be posted. I will read it. I do respond to all of them. You can also email me at info@yogaforbalance.online. That's yoga4balance.online. All right, that's it for today. I hope this was valuable and useful and to help you on your healing journey. I wish you joy today, even in the most uncomfortable moments, places, and spaces. I'm wishing you happiness, health, and wholeness today. I'm Christina Sergun Powers. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in with me today. Look for the replay. If you are catching this, go ahead and type in replay just to let me know you are there. Thank you again, Sabine, for the time that you took to show up.
My pleasure.